Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I am Joe Prisco. I'm joined by Rayah Haynes of our women's basketball program. So, Rayah, how are you doing today?
I am feeling great. I'm doing great. I'm excited about this interview. So, yeah.
Wonderful. We are very excited to have you on as well. So, the next question I'm going to have for you is, how did your classes, whether they were online or meeting in person, go this year for you?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was kind of a struggle with this whole COVID thing because I'm so used to being in class and I have ADHD anyway. So like that focusedness being in a
Yeah.
class is focused, like, because on Zoom, like if you have an 8 o'clock in a class, 8 o'clock in the morning class, like it's just so easy to just go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's so easy to not be engaged as if being in the classroom. So that was kind of a struggle for me. But at the end of the year, I had a 3.8. So everything
Hey.
worked well.
I was gonna say, you made the adjustment pretty well, and I know it's a difficult adjustment, especially because, if you're used to being in person and seeing people, it's a huge adjustment to this online. I
Right.
feel bad, especially for the grade schoolers, because
Exactly.
especially at that age. Not that you guys wouldn't need to be, seeing people, but at the grade school level, it's so important that you're seeing the teacher demonstrate things directly in front of you to keep attention.
Exactly. Online, sometimes you have to learn some things on your own because, like, if you miss one thing, like you got to go back and catch up, and it was pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm sure it was. Because of that, do any of your professors or teachers have additional office hours or ways to kind of help everyone out to kind of transition to this role you're in?
That's what I can say about Dillard is they did really well with how they handled everything. When I would think I was behind, I would email my teachers. They would be like, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. They gave me extra help and they really helped me. So that made it really the transition smoothly being online too.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, we are very glad to have you and very glad that Dillard was willing to kind of help you out a little bit.
Yes, for sure.
School cares and is willing to help you out because, that's the most important thing while you're here. Obviously you're a basketball player, but making sure that, you do well in your classes, you graduate, that way you move on to the next stage of your life, so
right.
Always the most important thing. So,
yes, sir.
So let's ask you another question about how is your family doing?
My family is doing great. They love that I'm so excited about Dillard. Like, I've never been excited to go back to school, but I'm really excited for next year, because I came to Dillard during COVID, and next year, COVID is starting to, it's still there, but things are being more open now. So like, as far as fans and everything, they're excited about being able to come watch us play next year. So my family's doing great.
Excellent. And I know it just started, but how has your summer gone so far?
My summer has been going really good so far. I don't have any schoolwork, so that's good. I've been working out in the gym, things like that. So my summer's going really well.
So what type of work are you doing this summer?
Okay, so I work at Foot Locker. Okay. That's what I do. And then as far as working like out is what you're asking me?
Yeah, I would like, whether, what your summer job was as well as what kind of workouts you doing? Do you have a local gym back home? You playing a lot of drills, or are you getting on a lot of games, or how's that going for you?
Okay, yeah. So I do work at Foot Locker. That's where I work. And so when I'm not doing that, I'm either working out. There's different gyms that I go to around here. I have my high school is literally right around the corner from here. I haven't been in there yet to work out, but I'm actually gonna ask my old coach, can I start, working out there because it's closer. It'll be more feasible for time and everything. Sure. And as far as workouts, I'm getting shots up, getting ready for next season because I really want us to win this championship next season. So I'm preparing for that. So
there's definitely a lot of excitement. Having talked to Coach Rome, he was very excited about this upcoming year, about players, especially you coming back, as well as some of the kids he was bringing in as well. He thought that, your guys, he said, he's like, we're going to be, really, really good next year. I think I see that excitement from you as well, which is.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. And we can have it's up.
Exactly. And having fans in the gym. So
That's going to be a whole different atmosphere, because what I can say is COVID taught me a lot. Like, it taught me to be grateful for the moments that we do have, because never in my life of playing basketball would I ever have thought that we would have to play games without fans, you know? So like, that was a whole learning experience for me. So now that we can have fans, I'm going to cherish every moment, everything.
For sure. Yeah, this last year had to be kind of odd because your entire life you've had fans in the stands, and this year it was like quiet.
That changed the whole game. I feel like it just didn't feel the same. Like, you know, fans hype everything up, so it's just like, I don't know.
I don't know if you've seen some of the videos of our fan base, but they get pretty boisterous as well. So it's
no, for real. And I've never, like, coming from McNeese, I mean, we had fans at our games, but like the atmosphere that I've seen that's be at Dillard, like, I've never played in front of an atmosphere like that. So I'm excited about it. I really am.
For sure. I'm excited for you to play in this sort of atmosphere. I've only experienced a little bit of it, but it was definitely very energetic. As soon as you walk in the room, I mean, walk in the
gym, you can feel it.
Energy's coming right at you. So
exactly. I'm excited.
So, for the summer, have you been keeping up with any of your teammates? Do you guys have a group chat?
Oh, for sure. Like those are my sisters. We talk, if not every day, every other day. We talk at least once a week for sure. Like, those are my sisters. So we always keep in contact, keep in touch, you know, even though we're not there with each other, we still there, you know. So
just you know, kind of bounce ideas. Just, you know, like, team bonding is so important, especially, you know, even in the off season. I mean, that's where it kind of starts, and it leads to great things during the season. You know, how well you can get along with everyone, and, you know, just keep up with everyone, so no one feels like they're, you know, not part of the group.
Exactly. Team bonding is so important. That relationship that you build with your sisters, like off the court, like on the court, you can start to see it come together. Like, because what I can say is, at the end of postseason, before we came back home for summer, Coach Rome had us working, like, and it brought us closer together, because it's like, okay, this person hurting right now, but so am I. So let me help you out, you know, let me help you so you can help, you know. It's all about a bond. So I can't say the bond is definitely built, and it's going to just continue to get stronger for the next season. So
excellent. That's great to hear, because that's I'm a firm believer in team bonding. You know, it's great, and talent will get you far, but, you know, you can have the most talented team out there, but if you guys don't get along as a team, then it's
never going to work. So, exactly.
So we'll talk a little bit about, you know, like, hobbies, books, TV shows. You know, like, have you gotten into anything new this summer so far, or have you just been working out? And
well, yeah, I just been working out, but some other hobbies, I like to, like, write. I like to write poems. I like to read. I like to read scary books. I like scary movies. I'm just like one of those people that like horror stuff. So yeah. So I've been watching Netflix sometimes when I have time to. So yeah, I've got to put a good show that I would recommend anybody out there to watch on Netflix is How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's I've watched that a little. I think I've watched it a little bit in the past. You know, it's very twisty. You don't know which direction they're going.
Yes, exactly. And I love being anxious. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen next. You know, so if anyone is into anything like that, they should definitely watch that. That's really good.
Definitely, yeah. You know, it'll give you your 5-star review.
Yeah, I would definitely give a 5-star review.
Excellent. So, let's see. We'll get into, you know, when and how did you first start playing basketball?
Okay, so I first started playing basketball my 5th grade year of elementary school, and it started because my older sister would play, and I would always watch their practices and everything. And I'm like, this is like, I was good at it, like, naturally, like, without even being really taught. Like, they tried to put me in rec ball when I was like 7, but I didn't like it then. I looked like, and then I was on an all boys team, so I really looked like a chicken with my head cut off. Like, I was crazy. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was doing. But then my 5th grade year, when I started seeing my older sibling play, that motivated me because I wanted to beat her. She would always beat me. So I was like, I'm gonna get good to where I can beat her. And then it all started from there.
And, you know, the question is, did you beat her?
Did I? Yeah, she can't beat me. She haven't beat me since high school.
Oh, Hopefully those aren't fighting words when she watches.
Can't do it anymore. I outgrew her.
You're throwing the gauntlet down. So
one of the biggest accomplishments of my life to me was beating her. I'll never forget the day I beat her. We was at the Y. My dad was reffing us, and I beat her. And she was mad. We was arguing and stuff. It was funny.
Excellent, excellent. Eventually, we'll get her side of the story. You know, if she wants to, you know, call in at some point, we'll talk to her. But yeah.
Okay, she gonna come up with something. She gonna be like, I wasn't playing hard or something. You know?
Exactly. You know how older siblings are. There always has to be an excuse if you beat them. So.
Exactly. Like, take your L. You know.
Exactly. So besides basketball, did you play any other sports growing up, or was basketball kind of your focus?
Yes. The first thing that I ever did was play the piano.
Okay.
And then I actually stopped playing the piano because it was cutting into my basketball practices, and I loved basketball. And I was like, I'm gonna have to stop playing the piano if it's gonna be doing this. So I played the piano. And I played volleyball.
Really? Okay.
And I tried out for the cheer team, but I didn't make it.
Well, it's too bad they missed out because you clearly have a very big personality and very well in that sort of environment. So it's their loss.
Yes, sir.
We're still very glad to have you playing basketball. So.
Everything happens for a reason. Instead of being a cheerleader, I'm on the court watching them cheer for me, you know? So it all worked out.
Exactly. So when you got away from playing the piano, do you ever play anymore? Or did you just, once you got done?
I actually was at my grandmother's house yesterday and I was playing and I kind of forgot a lot. But like, I know how to play certain things here and there. So I'll play here and there, but I don't play as much as I used to. Like, I forgot it.
So we won't roll the piano out to center court for any.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm going to miss some keys. It's going to be bad, but.
No problem. I'm sure you get by, but we still won't put you on the spot like that. So.
Okay, period. Thank you.
No problem. So we'll get into, obviously you transferred to Dillard. So, talk to us about, the, reasons why you transferred to Dillard,
I was looking more for something new, the old Magnese, I mean, it was cool. I liked it there, but I felt like I was missing something. So I had ended up putting myself in a transfer portal and I was being recruited by some schools. But when I talked to Coach Martin and Coach Rome, they won me because the way that we connected right off the bat, and I didn't even go on a visit because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't even go on a visit, but just the connection that I had with them through the phone and everything, they always reached out. I could tell that they genuinely cared about me, So I committed. It took me maybe like a month to make my decision. Yeah. So, and then when I got on campus and I actually met them and I seen everything, like, coming from the institution I was coming from, it wasn't an HBCU. So just learning about the whole HBCU experience I loved everything about it. I love the teachers, they care about you. The coaches, they care about you. I just feel loved at Dillard. Like, it was everything that I was missing at my old institution, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. And we're glad to have you. And I can speak firsthand of how Coach Rome and Coach Martin, they really make you feel like you're part of the family, right?
For sure.
They've got, that sort of personality where, they're going to look out for you no matter what.
Yeah. It felt like I was knowing them for years, but like the first time we talked, like it felt like I've been had knowing them. Like I felt at home.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. It's very touching. So
yeah.
I'll get to another question for you. So what's your favorite part about being part of the women's basketball program? I know you've only been here for a year, but what's your favorite part? So
the relationships that I've built with my teammates and my coaches, that by far is the best part because, not every team is perfect. This team might have drama or this team, might have something going on, but like being at Dillard, like the relationship that I built with my sisters is like, just like I clicked with the coaches, I clicked with them and I just love them and I miss them so much.
Well, we can't wait to get you back on campus too. So
me either. I can't wait.
They miss you as well. So, so let's see. Obviously, you transferred in, so you're a very mature person. But going through the year we kind of went through, you probably matured even more. Learning through different things. So, talk to us a little bit about how you've grown as a person over this last year or so since arriving on campus.
Right. So when I first arrived on campus, I was a bit nervous. I was scared of the unknown. I didn't know how things would, unfold and everything. Then it was COVID. So I really couldn't be around too many people because of all the rules and regulations that they had and everything. So I was really just, I didn't know what to expect. So then after I met everybody, everything, we started workouts. I started connecting with people because I used to be kind of like sheltered in. So what I can say is I've grown a lot with my personality, like meeting new people, stepping on the edge and just, trying something new as far as connecting. So it just has made me more mature in a way of my personality, like, and growing like that, connecting with people, not being so sheltered in.
And also, like I know that I've seen you on the court. You got the leadership qualities. And
Oh yeah.
it's probably also, one of the big things too is you've been thrust into more of a leadership role, and growing into that role as well. So
right. So yeah, and it didn't even start off like that either because, like I said, I was more of like a sheltered in person when I first got there. So like, I guess as I connected with the girls, I could be more myself. And, as the point guard, you have to be a leader. So it just, and Coach Rome, it made me mature because the system here was different than the system that I was used to. Like, I was used to more so the coaches saying, okay, do this, do that. But Coach Rome is more of the coach. He wants you to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I had to really grow in that area too. I had to be more focused,
Yeah, he gives you the freedom to kind of like, within his system to kind of, like make decisions, and he's going to trust that you're going to make the right decisions.
The right decision, right. And I wasn't used to that. So I used to be in his office complaining. I'd be like, Coach, can you please just help me with this? He was like, Ray, I want you to figure it out. He was like, you got it. Like, he had confidence in me.
Exactly.
And that had confidence in myself,
Oh, for sure. I mean, he trusted that, you were going to figure it out, and he wanted you to kind of grow and figure out, sort of thing. And that's kind of his person. He wants the best out of you. I mean, qualities, and he just wants everyone else to see them as well. So
exactly.
So we'll get into some favorites. I know that you said you like horror movies. Do you have a favorite actor or actress?
One of my Liam. What is it? What is his name? Liam. Wait, have you seen the movie Taken?
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Him. That's my favorite actor by far. If there's a movie coming out with him in it, I'm watching it off the top.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Do you have a favorite movie or favorite movies?
A favorite movie. I watch so many good movies. That would be hard, but I would say Taken is like top 3 for sure. If not one, that was a good movie. So that would probably be my favorite.
Excellent. How about you said How to Get Away with Murder is one of your favorite TV shows. Do you have any favorite TV shows that like you're gonna always sit down and watch, when they're on, or like whether they're reruns or whether it's syndication or whatever?
Yeah. So growing up, I used to like baking shows.
Okay.
So Cupcake Wars was something that I used to watch all the time, and like if I can ever catch it, I'll sit down and watch that for sure. I love Cupcake Wars.
Are you a baker as well, or do you just like to watch the show?
I don't know how to bake. I don't know how to cook. I'm learning I have one of my best friends is actually here right now. She's going to be helping me while I'm here. So I'm excited about that.
Excellent. So, maybe you can worry about or work on giving us some cupcakes or, how to make some things. So.
One day I'm gonna get there. I'm getting there.
All right. Excellent. So how about music? Are you into any music?
I love music. I love anything that's real, like anything that I can listen to and vibe to. I like it.
Do you have a favorite, like artist, group, genre, anything else like that? Or are you just listening to
I don't have like a favorite genre or artist really, because I listen to so many different musics and I get so many different feelings from every different genre. So I really wouldn't say that I had a favorite.
No problem. How about this one? Right. Do you have a favorite meal? Is there your favorite meals?
Yes, red beans and rice. Every day on Monday, I'm in the caf. Well, I call Kearney the caf. So I'm in there. I'm in there, and all the cafeteria people know me because they see every Monday I'm in there. Like, and I'm like, y'all got the red beans and rice today, right? And they like, yeah, you already know we got it. Right. I even build relationships with the cafeteria people. Like, I love Dillard. Like,
that's excellent. And that was one of my future questions. So you asked it when I read. I was going to say, what's your favorite meal on campus? So excellent.
Red beans and rice.
Exactly.
That's my meal, period.
How about this one? Do you have a favorite athlete or athletes?
I love Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
That's probably one, and I love Steph Curry. I love both of them.
I
love both of them.
All right. So like I know this last year was difficult with your classes. Did any of those classes stand out to you? Like oh man, I really enjoyed this class above any other, or were they all about the same way? Like, all right, I enjoyed them all.
So I was in this policing and society class. And I could say that probably was my favorite class last semester because of the things that we talked about in the classroom. I had a lot of interest in the things that we talked about, whether it didn't even feel like I was learning. It felt more so that I was just gaining knowledge. Like, it was fun to learn, but then it was another class that I had that I wasn't so fond of. I mean, I ended with a B, but it was a research paper class. And I hate I love writing, but I hate writing at the same time. Because in the classes that I was in, I would have 8-page papers or something like that. So it would, it would take time, but I would get it done. Yeah. So
you like to write, but
my least favorite.
You like to write, but you like to write on your terms. You don't want to be forced to write.
Exactly. Okay? I like to write about what I want to write about.
Exactly. Exactly. That makes sense. I can get behind that. So, all right. So we'll talk a little bit about your teammates. So who are your funniest teammates? Like, who are some of your funniest teammates?
They all, literally, okay. I've never been on a team where everybody's funny. Like, it's literally everyone is funny. Okay. But I could say the fun, I wouldn't even be able to say the funniest.
No problem.
They all hilarious.
That's important.
I was like, you need to record some of our practices off of it because everybody's so funny. It's always something new, So
excellent. So, all right, now I'm going to ask another difficult one. So, is there any one of your teammates that are very neat or organized, even more so than any others? Or
yes, Sid. Sid is definitely everyone calls her the mom of the team because it's like she always has what you need no matter what it is. She always ready. She's very neat and organized. She like if you leave something in her room, she on you just like your mom will be on you. Get this, she's one of those type of people. Okay. I would say she will win that one, the neat and organized one for sure.
Excellent. How about for who's the first to arrive at practice? Is there anyone that arrives first no matter what, or does it kind of vary by the day and by the class schedule?
I'm gonna say it really varies, but if I could think, I would say J Baby would be the first one at practice.
Okay.
I would say, but it varied. It varied, but she's the person that stood out to me when you asked that. So I would say J Baby.
No problem. All right. And this might be a difficult question that answers may have to come back to it. So you're having a dinner and you can invite any historical figures you want to the dinner, past, present, or anything else like that. Who would you like to have at your dinner table? We can come back to that one. It's always one of the more difficult questions.
I would say Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
I would say Abraham Lincoln.
Hey, that's a good answer.
I would say Abraham Lincoln. I just feel like that would just be so iconic, just having a dinner with him. That's the first person that came to my mind.
Not bad at all. So you talked about your ability to play the piano, and that would be a hidden talent or talent not a lot of people know about. Are there any other talents that not a lot of people know about that that you surprise people with?
Well, I don't know if this would be a talent, but I used to cross stitch, sew.
Okay.
And I think nobody knows that. I really talked about it. So I would say that.
That's definitely a hidden talent. That's definitely, a good one. Very good. So we can talk a little about your pregame. Do you have any pregame rituals, certain things you have to do before every single game to get yourself in the right mindset?
I gotta listen to music. I gotta listen, like, and my mom, me and her were working out, and I do the same thing. Like before a game, I listen to music. So while I'm working out, I try to listen to music when I can. And she was like, a real baller doesn't need to listen to something. She be mad at me about it. And I'm like, that's just what I like to do,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yes.
So
Hey, I know what I'm doing. I get myself in the right mindset.
and she's like, but they don't play music during the game. I'm like, but they play it before the game,
Yeah.
you know, because I listen to music before the game.
Yeah.
So that would be my pregame.
Excellent. Is there any particular music you like, or do you just kind of like whoever you're in the mood for that day?
Well, before games, I'm listening to like more like hip hop, you know, like Young Boy. I would really say Young Boy. That's one of my favorite artists to listen to before a game.
So I know you're working now, but you're obviously not going to make as much money as when you graduate and you get out, like
right,
in the world and you're working full time. So, thinking in the future, what would you spend your first real paycheck on? Once you're out in the real world, you're on your own.
Dang, that's hard. My first real, probably. I love clothes. I love that. I would probably spend it on. I would probably go in the shopping store. Might go get my nails done, toes done too. I'll spend it on a lot of stuff.
No problem. This is what you're gonna spend your money on, in a theoretical way. So there's no bad answer. So
but I'm so good at budgeting my money, I probably will put most of it in savings.
Yeah. You do have a sense of maturity as well. Like, all right, this is what I want to do, but this is what I should do. So I'm going to do what I should do, sort of thing. So, all right. I know as a basketball player, you probably had a chance to kind of travel all over. And is there any place you've always wanted to see that you haven't seen yet?
Yes, for sure. I want to go to Cancun.
Okay.
Or Dubai, because my grandfather, he always takes a trip to Cancun like every summer, and he tells me about the stories. He shows me pictures and everything, but I never could go because I would always either have an AAU tournament or workouts or something, so I missed a lot of traveling and stuff growing up playing basketball, but that's kind of what you sacrifice, so
exactly. And you'll catch up. I mean, once you graduate, you'll
I'm gonna catch up for sure. I'm going to California on July 8th. Yeah, I'm going to California on July 8th. I'm gonna fly. Oh my God, I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited. This is gonna be my first real vacation in a long time.
You going Southern or Northern California?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, okay, nice.
Yes, sir.
You have your whole trip planned out, or you kind of working on the details of what you'll see and everything else like that?
My sister's work, like she's one of those people, like she's making us an itinerary, and she's one of those persons. So I don't know what she has in store for us, but I just know it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
No problem. You definitely should be excited. So
yes, sir.
Next question: when you're kind of like bragging about your hometown, what are you most proud of about your hometown? When you talk to your teammates about your hometown, what do you brag about? Is there anything else that you know what? This is what we're known for. This is what I'm proud of. That sort of thing. So
I would say, well, I grew up in Baton Rouge, but I moved to Zachary my 7th grade year in high school. So I would say, I would really consider Baton Rouge as my hometown. I would claim Baton Rouge because there's nothing to do in Zachary. No. So I love the mall. I love our mall in Baton Rouge. That's what I'm bragging about. Like the Mall of Louisiana, I'm bragging about that for sure.
Good answer. So let's see. You obviously have a lot more skill a lot of people know about. Is there anything you always wanted to learn to do that you haven't learned to do yet, but you will?
Cook. I've always cook. It's definitely cook. And all my friends know how to cook. So they just be looking at me like, how you don't know how to cook? And I'm like, teach me.
Teach me. Yeah, I'm willing to learn. Teach me.
Teach me.
I have the feeling you might end up being one of the best cooks on the team come next.
I think so too. I really think so. I think so.
You're motivated, you're dedicated. I'm
gonna get it. I was just arguing with my best friend yesterday because she knows how to cook everything. And I was just telling her, I'm like, I'm gonna be the better cook at the end of the day. And she was like, no, you're not. I'm like, okay, we're gonna see.
Excellent. So, I think your personality comes through very well, but when people first meet you, maybe is there something that people might misunderstand about you?
Yes. every time someone meets me and I tell them that I play basketball, they're like, you look more like a cheerleader. Like they'd be like, you don't look like you play basketball. So until they actually see me play, they'd be like, you don't play basketball for real. They be thinking I'm lying or something. I don't know. But that would be it for sure.
Then you get them on the court and you show them, yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and then I beat them, and now they looking at me like, wow, you really can play basketball. I'm sorry. And I'm like, yep.
Excellent. So tell me about the person or people that inspire you or have inspired you throughout your life.
Ooh, I'm inspired by my family, like my parents, grandparents. I'm inspired in different ways because, you know, everybody's so different. And I look at this person, I'm like, wow, they do this really good. I want to do this. Or wow, they do this really good. So I'm inspired by anything or anyone that can teach me something that is valuable for me to know. So
wonderful answer. That is one of the best answers we've ever had for that question.
Yes.
So what is something you could absolutely not live without? Like, all right, like you definitely need, it's kind of become part of you, even though it's not part of you.
My cell phone.
Okay.
I can't live without my phone.
I think
I lose everything. Like I'm one of those people that lose everything, but I do not lose my phone. My phone. I know where it's at 24/7.
Hey, that's a good answer. I think a lot of people are like that now, where their phones have become a part of them.
Yes.
Like phones nowadays, they do so much.
Everything in one device. It's crazy.
Exactly. Like I don't even remember anyone's phone number at this point. At that point.
Me either.
So, all right. So let me ask you, this will be our last question. So, are you still a criminal justice major?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, and you can go a lot of different directions with that. So what is as you look forward, what's the career path you're kind of looking to go with your criminal justice major?
That is a really great question that I've asked a lot, and I really don't be knowing the answer to it. Like,
no problem.
I changed my mind so much, but I know I want to be a criminal justice major. It's just as far as what I want to do after that. Like one day I might want to be a criminal investigator. The next day I might want to go to law school. I'll be all over the place, but I really think I want to be a criminal investigator. I think I might stick with that.
Okay. And you've got time. I mean, this is no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Just because an interview doesn't mean anyone's going to hold it to you. Even when you graduate, decide like, oh, this is the direction I want to go, you can go another direction. It's just
I might decide to be an actor after I graduate. Who knows?
Exactly. You can go with that. You could do something totally different. That's one of the great things about college is you learn so many different things, and you might figure out after you get your degree, getting your degree is an important thing, that you go another total different direction
Exactly.
I appreciate
and I'm one of those people, like I'm a go-getter, so whatever I want to do, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna do it, so I just gotta know, but I got time.
You got plenty of time, and that's all. I like to ask that question, but then I feel bad if people feel bad my asking, because I'm not doing it to put pressure on you. I'm just curious, getting your.
That's a really great question. I need to start thinking about that actually, because I'm going into my junior year. So yeah. Well, technically on the court, I'm gonna be a junior, but in the classroom, I'm gonna be a senior. So.
But you got time. I mean, even after you graduate, you have time. It's
right.
Like whatever, you can decide. No pressure on the question or anything else like that. So, but I do appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today.
Thank you so much. I had fun.
Yeah, this was tremendous. So thank you very much. So
of course, anytime.